Good morning, everyone. Look at this, what a gorgeous morning. It's the last Saturday in November. It's the day after Storm Arwen, which has caused havoc. And what we have is a beautiful clear day with the roads washed clear of salt by the storm. And it's quite a special day today. It's the last day riding the Super Tenere. It's going away. We're purchasing another motorcycle, and it's a nice shiny new one, which I've never had before. So I'm really looking forward to that, and that's where I'm heading at the moment. I'm heading off to give them this and ride away my new machine. It's quite a day for it. Like I say, it's lovely and clear. It's meant to be some showers, but at the end of the day, the temperature on the bike's reading at 4 degrees, so with normal wind chill, it's probably going to come down to 0. And then being on the bike, it's going to take it down to minus something, but we're all wrapped up nice and warm. Heated grips are on, and life is good. So the Super Tenere, I've had it for, I got it about a year old, and I've had it for 32 months, I think it is. 32 months I've had it, and in that time, of course that's been right through the lockdown as well, unfortunately, less riding miles, but in that time I've probably put on about 20,000 miles onto it. So not massive compared to some, but more than others. And some of those miles have been done relatively short time frame. Iron butt rides. This bike's taking us on how many iron butt rides? Oh, jinx. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. 2 1,500 milers and a couple of thousand milers, yeah. So I would hope that the few subscribers that I have hang about, and I do thank you very much for subscribing, and if you haven't already done so, click that little bell so you get a heads up when a new video comes out. There's usually one a week. At the moment I think we're putting out 2 a week just because there's the ability to do so. It's normally about 1 a week. And if you've come along just for the Tenere, I hope you'll stay for the new machine, and I'll put a wee video up about that machine separately. So they stopped making the Tenere. They've stopped making the Tenere. So honestly, I don't know if that's everywhere in the world, but it's definitely where it's ceased and getting sold. So they're a bit like hen's teeth. But if you've never ridden one and it's something you're considering, even though I'm changing mine, it's not because there's anything wrong with the bike. Nothing at all. If it were just me, I would have this for many, many years. The reason I'm selling it is my good lady's decided to come on the back of the bike. She's been on a couple of times after a while of trying to get her to join me. She's finally done that. And while it's good for a pillion compared to some bikes, so I'm told, she doesn't find it particularly comfortable for more than about an hour Even if you get a break and then you have another hour and a break and another hour, she finds it quite uncomfortable. So that's one of the reasons that we're getting rid of the Tenere. Because like I say, if it was just me, I'd just stick with it. It's lovely. And I can wholeheartedly recommend them. More than fast enough for normal life riding. They can zip along if they wish them to. And although this one doesn't have panniers and things like that, it's well capable of getting them fitted or carrying plenty of luggage. Being shaft drive, it just goes for miles. You don't need to worry about it. I've run this. I don't do off-roading. I don't do dirt tracks if I can avoid it. I just do tarmac. And this has had Michelins on it. Road 5s. Could have had 4s on this or not. Road 5s, and I'm getting, well, probably getting about 80,000 miles out of them. Maybe more. I don't ride hard, so I'm not putting on lots of pressure. And I tend to do my, try and time my iron butt rides. So it's towards the end of the life of the tyre, or conversely, like the last one, right at the beginning of the life of the tyre. If I think back to this set of tyres went on in, I think it was May. They basically got scrubbed in on a 1,000 mile day. Ten o'clock on a Saturday morning. It will have a very different soundtrack. New bike, very different. I've spent a lot of time and effort trying to capture the sound really well on this bike. I had microphones all over the place, trying to protect them from the wind and various things. While I got it, there was still a bit of noise. It was got to the point where it didn't bring anything to the video. You know what I mean? It was just another distraction in the background from what, in the main, wasn't too bad in terms of sound quality for the voice, and you could still pick up the bike background. So, well, obviously not just now, but over the summer I'll make attempts to try and get the soundtrack of the new bike. To give oral pleasure with an A, oral pleasure. I drove home from work yesterday. The roads are all greasy and slimy with salt and various other bits of crap on it. And fair enough, there are lots of crap on it, but they've been washed clean, which is good. And I'm actually late. I know that time says 11. I've not ridden it since the clock's changed. No, I've not changed the clock. Actually, I was expected to be there about 10, but obviously, due to the storm, there was some clean-up duties in the garden that had to be addressed before I could head off. Because although the storm's passed, No fences down or anything like that, but there was just some stuff that, like most people have thought would be okay, but some of the gusts just moved stuff and opened stuff. But no major damage, thankfully. Unfortunately, here there's tens of thousands of homes without power up in the northeast. And to be fair, where we are, we frequently get power cuts. To be fair, that's not true. They're not power cuts. I almost describe them as power interruptions. It can happen at any time. It can happen on a beautiful sunny day in the height of summer, and you'll just get click, the power will go off, and then click, the power comes back on. But of course, it's enough to upset your computer, potentially damage it, for instance. It knocks all your clocks, or some of your clocks out, your electric devices and stuff like that, and you have to run around doing them all. But last night, the lights flickered once or twice, and the winds were really howling, and we actually expected the power to go off. And it just shows you, when you expect it to go off, it don't go off. Which is a good thing, don't get me wrong. But kind of bizarre. It happens so frequently, here we are, that I bought an uninterruptible power supply for the computer, because it was just wrecking it every time. And that has made a big difference. It just keeps running because they're so short. It just clicks back in again. Still a wind, look. We'll go for a ride on a new machine. I'm hoping to, yeah, I'll put in close to 200 miles before I get home. I'll take a big roundabout route, which may be tempered somewhat by the passage of the storm last night, but we shall see. We might get away with it. I think as long as I avoid high ground, I'll probably be okay.